Can you see the screen? Yeah, perfect. All right, so our platform and the entire idea, as I mentioned already, came basically the moment when they introduced the quarantine and the emergency state here in Serbia. And my feelings of just isolation was something that I found in other people and in other friends, especially Serbia on the move. And so we were talking about like how we can make this period easier for everybody and how we can still stay connected during this time. And it was basically they introduced the emergency state one day, and a couple of days later we just met on Zoom and we were talking, and we realized that there would be a lot of content online, but everything was just very passive. You would have online courses or online things that you would just watch, but there was no interaction. And what we realized is that we use Zoom every day for our meetings. We have a chance to interact, to talk to each other, and this is something that we could use and kind of share it with others as well. And so that's how we came to the idea of making a platform that will have a lot of different content, a lot of different meetups, and they would all be live. It's not something that's pre-recorded or something that you watch, but it's a chance for you to actually stay connected during the pandemic and to learn new things. And especially it was problematic that a lot of people, or well, mainly everybody went working remotely. And so now you had parents who would have to spend the entire day at home, and they would have kids at home. So it was really difficult to kind of balance all of the things. So we wanted to really provide different content for different groups so that even the kids could find their workshops on our platform. We would have content for parents, for them to rewind from the stressful days. We wanted to have content for young people. We also had a few people who were retired, and they were really isolated from everybody because it was not safe for them to go outside. So this was kind of the idea of very inclusive platform and very broad in general. And this is a photo of Belgrade. We were just talking about having a space where we would not talk about Corona, about the virus, about politics or anything. We would just focus on the positive things and just
So we named it Dr. Corona.
Yeah. And well, we named it AntiKorona Zone. So we do have the Corona in the name, but we really, like, none of our workshops focused on the current situation. We had this idea of like having the virtual coffee. Sometimes some of our events were even like virtual coffee. So we would just make a coffee and then drink it together online, of course. But the idea and, okay, so this is now in Serbian because we kind of wrapped up the first part. Hopefully we won't have to continue it. Hopefully the virus will be okay, but we kind of wanted to summarize the first part of our project. And so you see, we had more than 3,000 people on our platform so far. We had more than 200 events, 77 days that our platform was really active. And we drank a lot of coffees. We drank really, really a lot of coffee, especially like making the platform.
Yeah, the web developers are like 30% of those copies.
Or like 70%. And it was great because when we were just getting started, we had the idea and we wanted to do it. But then, of course, we didn't have the resources. We didn't have time to plan the strategy carefully or to fundraise some money. We just had to kind of get going. And we contacted one young guy who has his own IT startup. He's a web developer. And I just talked to him and I remember asking, like, is it possible for an IT company to kind of do it with us or to share their expertise? And he was like, well, you know, all of the web developers are really busy at this time. It's really stressful. And then a couple of hours later, he called me and he said, like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. Let's dive in. And he became really not just an IT developer, but he became a partner on our project. And he was also, he joined the community. He also organized some workshops. So it was really all about community in the entire process. And so our platform was live in 3 days. We needed to do a lot of adjustments on the way, but our motto was that isolation is not desocialization. So we just wanted to keep everybody together. This is our team. This is just the core team of people. We, of course, as the time progressed and as we had more events, we included even more people, but this is really the core team that was involved in making the platform. And here we have just a list of all of the people who came to our platform and held workshops. Some of them held even more workshops. So our platform really became a space for us to kind of stay together and to learn from each other. And we were talking at one of our meetings that during the quarantine, we met more people than we normally do in regular circumstances, because everybody was at home, everybody kind of had a lot of free time, and they just wanted to hang out with others. And some of the people that we met actually stayed in the organization and want to keep doing more activities together. So this was also our chance to kind of expand our constituency and really attract some really great people to the organization. And so this is what where I'm trying to get. So this is the schedule. It's empty now because we don't have anything, because they removed the quarantine and everybody could go out. But there were days where we had like 6 or 7 events in a row, and some of the events were at the same time. So it started as a really nice and cute project, and it turned into a full-time job with organizing the events and scheduling the Zoom calls and having like tech support. And so it's really, I think one of the biggest benefits is that after only a couple of weeks, we started having people contact us and offer to join the platform and offer to host a workshop or just to organize an event. So it truly became a community project. It wasn't just a group of 6 or 10 people making up content and offering it to others. It was really inclusive. And at one point, we didn't really have to reach out to others. We just had people reaching to us and wanting to organize something. Or sometimes we just had workshops where people would paint together, like play some music and then just chat and then just color things. And we also had some more serious webinars for entrepreneurs here in Serbia. We had leadership workshops. We had online board games. So really different kind of content. And it was really easy to join it. People would just need to like click on the link and they would immediately join the workshop. So this is kind of, our platform was very simple in the beginning. And yeah, the entire idea and the entire concept was just for us to kind of hang out and to help each other survive those 2 months, a little more than 2 months in Serbia that we were in the quarantine. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, we were preparing for econ board games, but we were playing board games online. So getting ready for start of change board game.
Yeah, it's actually, we did evaluation in the end. We asked people who came regularly to our platform to kind of rate their experience and to say like which workshops they really liked. And board games, online board games was definitely the favorite one, which is, just showed us that people sometimes don't even want to learn a lot of things. They just want to connect and to hang out together and to meet other people. And so sometimes we would meet to play board games for like an hour, and then 4 hours later we'd be like, okay, this is enough, like we need to stop. But a lot of creativity in the process, a lot of great ideas, and a lot of great energy. And really, when I was talking to some other friends who did not join the platform, they would tell me like, oh, I'm really depressed, or I'm really bored during the quarantine. And I did not feel that at all. And I think none of us did, because we really had our own community and our own space, virtual space for staying at. So yeah, this is kind of the story and the background of the entire platform.